Hi everyone and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter and this is Connor.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about iZombie Season 2, Episode 18, Deadbeat, and Episode 19, Salivation Army. The double finale, if you will. Although it wasn't really a double, it was just kind of the last two episodes aired back to back.
It makes sense to air them as a double in the sense that both of these episodes were the least iZombie-like episodes of the show yet.
It's because they were trying to wrap up all the plot though, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like neither of them had any wacky brains. There was no active lots of humor based off all the brain stuff.
Hey. Drummer Brain is a little wacky.
All right, okay, it was, but for like one whole scene.
Okay. Well, full spoilers as always for the episodes we're going to talk about, guys. Alright, so we'll roughly talk about them in order, and I say roughly because the episodes kind of blend together a little bit when you watch them back to back like that, but the first episode was basically Major gets sent to prison, and it's about the team trying to get him out and find the frozen bodies and try and get Major some food, because if he doesn't get brains he's going to go all, Dawn of the Dead and turn everyone in the prison into zombies and so on. Which, that's something I actually have to say I quite respected about these two episodes. I felt like everything that was brought up had in some way been set up in a previous episode this season. Almost everything.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of anything that wasn't.
Because we got the episode where Liv was in prison for like a night, and it showed you
Yeah.
what might happen. So that was set up. Everything else was set up. Almost to a fault. Like, it's almost too perfect.
The only thing I can think of that was set up within these two episodes and then came about is the new woman who was taking over Max Rager.
Oh yeah, but that's fine because
Yeah.
that's screaming to me season 3. That's
Oh, yeah.
screaming season 3
Yeah.
set up rather than, whereas everything else that happened that was a culmination actually was teased or thematically shown in some way in a previous
Yeah,
episode.
pretty much.
So props there. That's actually quite a smart
Clever
storytelling.
planning for the season.
Yeah, it was good planning. Well, I appreciate that. So, things we liked in the first half then. I liked... We'll save Ravi's fight at the end for the end, because that's kind of more leading into the next episode than it is to do with the main plot of this one. I really liked the lawyer who...
The
is sent,
sleazebag lawyer, yeah.
who's sent to look after Major. He really cracks me up. It felt like he walked right out of Arrested Development. I don't know if that actor was ever on Arrested Development, but it feels like he walked right out of it. Nah, just
Yeah.
me.
I've not watched it, so I know.
You fail at life.
It's on the list.
Okay. Then watch Arrested Development, Connor. It's good for you. Make a man out of you. Now, so I like that. I like that Peyton goes through the effort of flirting with him to give him the candy bar that's got the brains
brains.
in it, and it turns out he ends up eating it. And I'll just buy another one.
Major's reaction when he's like, "Oh shit, this is brains from Peyton," and then
Yeah.
he takes the bite and it's like, "This isn't brains."
That was pretty good. I like that. So some good twists though. I like that. Ravi gets the information from Major, like in a roundabout way, talking about video games where the bodies are. Because they're right. If these victims all show up, then there's no serial killer, so they can't really be charged with much.
Yeah, possession of. Oh no, it was Ravi who got charged for the drugs
Yeah.
or whatever it was, wasn't
I
it?
mean, potentially kidnapping if some of them
Claim it was him. Yeah,
claim they kidnapped him, but other than that,
that's nowhere near as bad.
yeah, still serious, but not I killed 20 people serious.
Yeah,
So but I thought it was a fun twist where they go to the freezers and they just weren't there.
yeah. Well, I wasn't even expecting it either.
No, I wasn't. I was expecting them to find them and then come up with the plan and go through with it, and everything just kept getting worse. And ultimately, what it led to was Liv finally saying, "I've thought about this. I'm telling Clive everything," which was
It was a
cool.
good
We'd,
scene.
we'd been expecting it all season. We were saying season finale, and technically it was the second to last episode, but same thing.
If they air it as one go, for all intents and purposes, this counts.
The fact is I almost thought you could have aired that second last episode as the finale. Now, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
now that I've seen the one after it, I would say no, but not knowing what was going to happen in the next one, that could have been the season finale, and then I wouldn't have felt like, oh, they've left.
Yeah, take off like the ending scene of setting up the next episode,
Yeah.
and you actually could have done. Yeah, you're right.
Like, it felt, because it wrapped up all the killer stuff, and somebody else. Obviously, there was more to do. There was still Max Rager and Blaine's Mr. Boss connections to deal with, which is what the next episode was about. But
that could have easily gone into season 3.
Yeah, it could have. So, and that's neither a praise or a complaint. It's just
it's just how it is.
Yeah, it just could have been. Yeah. But yeah, so Hertel and Clive, I really liked. I enjoyed. There was 2 things this episode did in that scene and in the scene following it that I really, really appreciated. Purely because TV shows never do it. Number 1, when a character tells another character about something unbelievable, supernatural or otherwise, in this case the existence of zombies, typically the character will be like, I don't believe you, this is crazy. And more often than not in TV shows, I find myself thinking, just do the one thing that will prove that this is real.
Yeah.
And it never happens. They never do it. They always end up having this weird denial thing for episodes upon episodes until something just happens to happen in front of them.
It's always something simple that they could have just done.
Yeah. But no, Liv, the smart girl, says, fuck this, I'm grabbing this knife and I'm showing them how this works.
Yeah.
So,
that's how you convince someone.
Actually, that reminds me. A moment that really made me laugh is when, because they can't find the brains because they're barred from the morgue.
Yeah.
While this is going on. So when they finally get one off of Blaine, like the camera's on Ravi and it just like pans over to 11. She's already like halfway through the brain. I thought that was really funny.
Speaking of that brain, I really liked her bartering with Chief and Donnie. That was really funny. Where they were like, "Yeah, it was the zombie apocalypse. Like, we have the leverage here. Like, you have to pay us if you want to stop it."
Yeah.
I mean, because they're not exactly smart, are they?
They're not. Because if they were smart, they'd realise that if this happens, then they're going to lose all their customers. Which is the point she brings up. You'll be serving sand in a desert.
Yeah, but...
You know, whatever, I guess. But, so Sue Clive, very good. His reaction was interesting. And... Actually, I felt like even the scene before that, when he shows up and he's like, I'm here as a courtesy as a friend. This is about to get complicated. He gives her the advice. You need to think about what your story's going to be here. Are you still sticking by him and saying you're his alibi or whatever? And I like that. I like that they've grown a bit closer.
But yeah, we've seen it over this whole season in general, really.
Yeah, because there's that whole point where he dumped her for going over the line, essentially. I say dump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she came back because, and also it really excites me what it's going to be like next season now with him on Team Z, as it were.
Yeah.
Not as a zombie. I'm using Team Z as Team Detective A with Liv and Ravi,
It's interesting because the first season, for most of it, it was just Liv and Ravi.
Yes.
And then kind of by the end of it, you had Peyton in on it and Major. And then it was kind of just Clive and his FBI friend for most of this season that were kind of on this side of people that didn't know.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see the dynamic once like all of them know, apart from her, presumably, assuming she's sticking around.
I don't think she is. It feels like she's gone.
Yeah, I think she was only there for the Chaos Killer case. So I suppose with that, I don't know.
I think her main purpose... I mean, I thought she was a decent enough character. She was fun with Clive, they had chemistry. I think the real purpose of her character, though, was to give Clive something to lose.
Yeah.
In all of this, because he loses her by doing the right thing and helping Major.
Yeah, because he can't go to the FBI with her.
Yeah, he can't go to the FBI with her, and he can't... And even then, she's just pissed that he did this, because he can't explain to her why.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun next season seeing how this works. Also, even Major being a zombie, I mean, this happened more last week, but now that he's like a full-time zombie and he's eating brains and on different personalities...
Be interesting to see how often they share a brain.
Yeah.
And see how the same personality traits affect them differently. Could be fun.
Yeah, we got a little bit of that with the drummer, but not on much in depth, yeah. So
yeah.
But that'll be interesting to see. Yeah. I agree with that. And of course, the other thing I was talking about when I said that they did something that you never see in TV. So Ravi's getting bagels, and Max Rager's... I keep calling him Max Rager, Von de Clark. His henchman guy, who's ordered to go and kill... Which, by the way, earlier on when he was going to do it with the umbrella, that was like pure cheesy Bond villain.
It was, but it was so good. I wanted him to try it like
I don't know how I feel about that, but they brushed past it. We moved on. It's fine. But he shows up to try and kidnap Liv, and I thought that was done fairly well and amusingly with him talking about the bagels and all that. But he comes back and he sees him coming out and he helps him at the door, and that's fine. And he goes in and then he sees the chaos. Now, in most TV shows, the next part would have been Ravi running out the door and seeing the van drive off, and Ravi would be left standing there in the alleyway.
I honestly thought that's what they were going to do when I saw her staring at the glass.
So did I. So I thought it was going to be him standing in the alleyway looking down, cut to black. That's your cliffhanger for the final episode. Instead, he whacks him with a fire extinguisher, I think it was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good hit.
He knocks the fucker out. He gets Liv back, and then the fighting ensues, and Ravi's a bit of a hero.
And then he kind of kills the dude.
He does kill the dude, yes. Which he's upset about at first, but gets over it when he's pissed that Liv took his bagel.
Of all the things.
Yeah. The cliffhanger, of course, was just that the frozen zombies, including Drake, are still alive in the labs at Max Rager, which sets up the final, which I guess we're going on to. Unless was anything else in that first half you can remember, specifically being in that half.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't recall much either. Okay, so the final, it was Max Rager's having a party because he's selling the company. Rob Thomas is in the episode.
But it was funny because I think it was last week they name dropped him with
yes.
They did this song on the advert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The name dropped, and I thought that was amusing enough. And when he showed up, I thought this is going a bit far, and then he got eaten by zombies, and then I was back on board. I was like, okay, I get it. Especially when Clark says something like, "Oh, 100 angry guests. I've got this, I've got that," and then he ends the whole list with "and one dead Rob Thomas," and that cracked me up.
It was so good.
So I'm on board. I'm on board now. He basically did all this to give himself a cameo so he could be eaten by zombies, and I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with it. So we got a little bit of what we might get next season, because Clive is like actually there when they're forming plans and they're coming up with how to fix this, and he backs out because he doesn't, want to be a part of any violence because he's still a cop. Like, he doesn't want to get involved like that. But of course, when the time comes and they're not responding, and he mans up because he's part of Team Z, as I'm now calling them. I'm stealing that from Blaine, and Blaine can just suck it.
Sure.
Yeah, it was pretty much just an action episode with them like inside the building, trying to get down to the basement.
This was pretty much the second half of every zombie apocalypse movie.
Kinda.
I mean, it had its own thing, but like for the most part, that's what it was.
I did love Liv strapping the hand of the guy that needed the fingerprints
so good.
onto her belt.
Yeah. My favourite bit was it with the hand was when the woman shows up and she just kind of stares at the hand.
What was it Liv says as well? Being in a zombie apocalypse means never having to say you're sorry.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that. I like them working together. It did leave Ravi, who earlier on in the episode, him and Peyton were sucking each other's faces. They're a thing again, apparently. Although, quick wrench in those plans might be that Blaine has been a bit of a hero and saved her at the end. And I hope that doesn't go down that path a little bit, because it's just a little bit too love triangle-y.
Yeah, but I feel like in other shows I would worry. But like you said, twice in that last episode it kind of subverted all those expectations.
That's
and
true.
Did what
That's true.
Wouldn't do. So
yeah, I mean, that would be my only complaint about the final, really. Would be like the worry of Peyton now feeling kind of something towards Blaine because he's got amnesia, but he's been kind of a hero now because he saved her.
I think in general that Ravi side of stuff kind of felt a little bit disconnected.
It did. It felt really weird because I thought they were going to connect later.
Yeah, it felt like it belonged more in the episode before.
Like, I was thinking maybe Liv and Major would all solve the problem at Max Rager, and then they'd all go to save them because they'd find out about it. But then they never connected. The last we ever see of them is that scene where Peyton and Blaine are hugging, and Ravi's looking a bit, jealous.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, it was a lot of fun stuff. lot of cool quips. Major coming into the elevator with the axe, saying "Here's Major." It was
Crack me up.
amusing. I'm not sure if that's the brain he's on or if he's just getting more fun, but
It could be either, but you know, the fact that he can go on any brain now means he can be fun anyway. So
yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny because I said last week that I liked having a scene of everyone just in the apartment together, like everyone's included now. So I like that Clive's now included and he can be involved in things.
yeah,
Did you like the scene where they're trapped in the thing and Liv offers to turn Clive into a zombie so he can survive?
I really did. I thought it was interesting how, considering he's obviously sort of okay with Liv being a zombie, because you know he didn't kill her,
Yes, that's true. He didn't kill her.
but he still wasn't willing to go that far himself. He'd rather die than turn.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't want to be a zombie either.
Don't know. Seemed to be kind of relatively normal.
I don't fancy eating the brains. That's
I don't know. They look pretty tasty. In those meals, I'd eat some of them.
I wasn't a fan of the bagel actually she made. Usually,
No, that one was really disappointing.
because
But then I let them off because it was like, they were rushing. They were just like, we just need to get this and get the information from the brain.
I don't often have bagels, but if I do, they're nice and soft. I don't like making them crunchy. And that one looked very crunchy.
It just didn't look very appetizing.
No, no. So, we're left off in this big cliffhanger, essentially, where this new woman and her army dudes, or who have bought Max Ranger, are all zombies, and she's offering Liv a place in the new zombie world where Seattle's going to become the zombie capital of the planet. Didn't see that coming.
No, this is definitely a different direction for the next season.
Which is cool. It freshens things up. Because, you know, like, Clive's been investigating the Meat Cute Massacre and then the Chaos Killer all season. This gives us something really different to work through next season. So, I think that's good. It's opening up to bigger ideas as well. They're opening it up and saying, well, now there's a lot of zombies. Like, where's this going now? Like, there's so many of them in society. They're all needing brains.
Yeah, the mythology of the show is really starting to expand.
Yeah. So I'll be curious to see where that goes. And let's not forget, the Major is still on a clock.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Because he should be dying at some point. Because the cure for the rat made him better, and then made him zombie again, and then died.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah, so that's still a thing. We're all happy, and all the gang's all together, and Ravi and Peyton are bumping the nasties, and loving Major firing quips at each other.
that. Yeah,
Oh, and Rita's dead. Yeah, we should mention that.
yeah, with a cool upside down shot.
With a cool upside down shot from Major, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, that's another moment I liked because Liv was on zombie soldier brain. When Clive hands her the gun and says, "I'm going to taught you how to use this," and she just does all this quick shit with the
Yeah.
gun. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That was good.
fun.
So no, it was solid season final.
Well, it was a bit weird because a lot of it didn't feel like most iZombie episodes. It felt very different to most of them, but it was still very good.
Yes. I don't think I have much more to add. iZombie's been continually getting better as it's went. Season 2 is definitely better than Season 1. Season 2 final's definitely better than the Season 1 final. And it's left us in a really interesting and good place for next season. So, I really have very little complaints. iZombie's a really solid show.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back to more next season.
Alright, that's the season final of iZombie. Also, let us know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and subscribe and like and all that jazz. Follow us on Twitter at @mailed_fuzz. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.